This is my next video. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about this one. This one's gonna be called internal guidance. So I'm kind of excited about this one. Guidance has and always will be internal. We are born into the universe as a unique expression, fingerprint, unique encoding as an individual in society. And it's really a blessing because I don't want everyone to be the same. No one wants everyone to be the same. Distinction is reality. Distinction is the creation of dualism as we interpret the world, the sun and the moon, different flowers. No tree is identical to another tree, but they can be categorized as trees. And humans are the same. No human is identical to another human, but we can be categorized as thus. Man, woman, child, boy, girl, all of that good left brain, uh, that left brain serialization and categorization, the sort of thing. Back to my main point, we're born as individuals and guidance is internal. We have our proclivities, our instincts we're born with. For example, your survival instinct, reproductive instinct, social instincts, play, exploration instincts, all different to who we are as people. Territorial instinct, hoarding, resource hoarding instinct, all these things. And I think it's a beautiful thing. The myriad ways of humans and how we are created, whoever you believe the creator to be, if there was creation, if it's always been like this, if it never ends, whatever, infinity, and guidance is internal because if you think about it this way, you're pre-wired with your instincts. You can't change them. They're fixed, and you're thrown, like Heidegger says, you're thrown into your random family in a random city, and you have your upbringing by which you start to garner perceptions, and your perceptions coagulate into belief systems, and belief systems into identity, and identity is the core of who you are. So your guidance will always be internal. It's a product of schools and workplaces that will teach you otherwise, that will teach you that you are a cog when you're not. I'm not here to belittle anyone. I feel like, some people have a herd instinct, and that's why they work within a herd structure and conform to fashion trends and stuff like that. An innovator like Elon Musk or Steve Jobs has a leadership instinct, kind of like a inverse of the herd instinct. So they're gonna do that, and everyone has their place, and everyone can live their life. Hopefully, everyone can have a croissant at some point, a buttered croissant at some point, because they taste good, and life continues. But what I want to say is, please do not confuse yourself when guidance is internal. Even the discipline you develop. So maybe you were a child at school and you realized that you were like a mid-level IQ child. You had that perception early on because you saw some of these really smart kids whizzing through their homework, and you realized you needed to work harder. So you developed that work power muscle, that discipline muscle. That all came from inside, and discipline is what garners things in the external world. So you can't really defy the fact that guidance is completely internal. And I feel like we should yield to this, give in to this. Not really a giving in, but like an embracing of it, because that's what allows us not only to flourish in society, or I mean, it may even be the opposite. You may have proclivities as such that society, in its mainstream vein, doesn't suit you. But when you have that internal guidance and you're trusting your blueprint as the creator made you, at least you're intrinsically fulfilling that, autotelically or in a self-purposing way. Like I'm personally someone, if it's not in me, I won't move on it. And people can call that stagnant or perceive it in some sort of way. But I'm not an accountant, so if it's not in me, I'm not going to move on it. Kind of reminds me of the Charles Bukowski poetry, where he's like, to be a writer, you have to, if it doesn't come bursting forth, don't do it. And I'm the same. Like, I have a few set interests, hobbies, etc., and only because they're in me, like soccer and video creation, media, artistic stuff, design, etc. Um, that's really all I wanted to say with this video. Hope you enjoyed.